Can you just talk about, the, being, the possibility of entering the Hall of Fame? I mean, obviously it has to happen, but still just to be under consideration.
Yeah, it's my second year, I guess, on the making to the semifinalists. It's definitely something that throughout my career I worked hard to be a really good player, best in my position, and something that I wanted. So it's an honor, definitely, to be recognized and have this chance to get into the Hall of Fame. And everybody says it's not about if, it's just about when. So just learning the process, and like I said, it's my second year, and hey, looking forward to making that next step to the 15.
Not a bad story for a kid from Bloomsburg, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Division II. Didn't play my senior year of high school. Went to Division II and got drafted here. Built a good team with the coaches and the guys here, and had a lot of wins. And I think that's the best part about all of it is it's a Hall of Fame career with a lot of wins. A lot of accomplishments as a team. And that's what I enjoyed throughout the years, and this is definitely awesome just to make it this far to the 25, and next step, like I said, is 15, and one day we're that gold jacket.
And in 12, you were there for the preseason game, right?
In 12, yes, the Hall of Fame game, yes.
When you were there, did you even let your mind wander to the fact that, hey, maybe
yeah,
I'd like to be back one day in a different role?
Yeah, I think I think to play this game, the NFL it's a hard game, especially to play in the trenches. I don't think anybody, goes in it not to work to be the best player they can be. So, that part of my career, a couple Pro Bowls in, I knew I was rocking and rolling. Yeah, it was awesome to see those guys walk through the 50-yard line with a gold jacket and instill some inspiration into me to continue to play well, and hopefully one day I'll have one of my own.
Did you feel like especially like 9 and 11, you guys were almost unstoppable?
Yeah, I do feel like we should have more than one Super Bowl ring. I think that the record books showed that. I think just, our play throughout those years show it. And just think about how close we came to in 06. That was the start of it, the foundation of it. And I remember after that year, I kind of thought like, man, we're being in the playoffs every year. But we had to work hard to get back to the Super Bowl. And after that, after winning the Super Bowl, you definitely thought like, hey, we got guys in this room, in this building, that we can go out and do it again. So yeah, I think, we did have an opportunity. We just weren't able to close it out in 11. And here we are. And now I'm trying to instill some of those, that knowledge and information into these guys to play well.
Was there a point in your career where you said to yourself, I'm the best in the business at this?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot during my career, actually. I think early on, I was a part of some rookie teams, and you can see that I was dominating guys. But I do think that, in my position, at the guard position, I think I'm one of the best, if not the best, at being able to run block, being able to pull both to the left and to the right in the run game and the passing game, and then also the screen game. And kudos to the receivers, and having the best quarterback in the game in Drew Brees, and a great play caller and Coach Payton and coaches along the way. We practiced to be great, and we went out there and displayed it, and that's why you see all the records and the success that we've had over the years.
How come you never said that when you were a player? How come you didn't tell us that?
Well, it's, to me, I did say it. I may not say it to the media, but, amongst the players and the friends and amongst the league, you kind of say those things, especially to your opponent. But when you watch me play, I did play with a sense of wanting to dominate. You'll hear guys say it. There'll be times in the huddle, us at O-line, we would challenge each other to get guys on the ground. You know what I mean? The guys that I play with, they know the mentality and how we played the game. I may not say that to you guys, but internally in the locker room, we all knew everybody's goals and how we approached the game.
When you came in, you just referenced from Bloomsburg, I remember in 06. When did you kind of know that, obviously there had to be some kind of questions about, can I make it at this level? Will I succeed? Even at the level you did. When did you kind of feel like the light went off and I'm pretty good at this?
Yeah. So when I got to Bloomsburg in 2001, they had just come off a national championship. So we had a couple guys being recruited by the NFL. One of our running backs, Marcus Glaze, he actually spent some time in the NFL training camp. So that's when I got exposed to the scouts. It was very early on as a freshman in 2001 in Bloomsburg. We had scouts up there. And also my OC, offensive coordinator, Jim Monis, his son was a scout for the Eagles, so he was up there throughout my career. But I saw NFL scouts come up there. I knew that we were on the radar. We had a good offense. We ran the ball well. So I knew if I kept working, they told me I passed the eye test, big enough, looked strong enough. And then, that's all I needed to hear once I got on the field and got, back into the system and back into playing. Because at that time, I didn't play for 2 years. I didn't play my senior year of high school, and I redshirted. But once seeing those scouts, man, you see NFL teams on campus, it kind of gives you a little boost.
Jahri, you mentioned all the records you all set during your time and all the wins you all had. I'm kind of curious, with the benefit of time and perspective, how special was the offense? And the fact that you all were able to keep evolving and do it for such a long period of time, and we hear about the greatest show on turf, and the 49ers and all these great ones. Where do you think you all rank in that group?
Oh man, if you let me tell it, I'm going to say number one, but I'll let the stats and stat people talk about it. But seeing the offense evolve from 06, to winning the Super Bowl, to continue to evolve, and it's just, I think it speaks to the character of guys that the organization has brought in over the years. You know what type of guys kind of fit the system, what type of mentality, you want these guys to have, and also the coaches that have come and instilled winning ways into the players. But yeah, I mean, it all starts with Drew. I mean, Drew is the man. You watch him as a leader come in early, last guy to leave, communicate with the players throughout the week to make sure that, the one thing that we try to do is we try not to miss the moment. We try to make sure that we can see what's going on, diagnose what's happening, and execute. And I think we did that well, and it started with Drew, and it trickled down throughout the whole team.
Did you ever look back on some of those special games you all had? I mean, you all were scoring 50, 60. I mean, now you're coaching, you're all struggling to 20. Have you ever look back on how special that was?
Yeah, I do. Now being, back in the league, like you said, coaching, I have time to, go through those film and try to show the guys some of the techniques that we used and stuff like that. And you're right. We broke a lot of records. At one point, it seemed like every game we were breaking records. But, those records were being broken in film breakdown, and being able to go out there, see it, and read and react and go out and execute. But, that's how much attention we paid, paid attention during the week to make sure that you only get one opportunity and go out there and get it done. And that's what we tried to do week in and week out. But yeah, it's awesome to see those records and see those highlights. And, you always say the facts are in the film. so it's awesome to revisit those things and relive them.
Cool. Got time for one more question.
So you realize how special it was, when you're in the middle of it? Or does it just start to feel like the norm whenever you're putting up this kind of points?
Yeah, there were, I think back now, there were times we were in games and we just knew that we weren't going to lose the game. Either the defense was going to get us the ball back and we were going to go down and execute. So it does become maybe supernatural at times, man, hey, guys can't stop us. And during that time, we just channeled our inner greatness and got it done. It just became, part of our lifestyle as an offense. And but yeah, reliving those moments and thinking back at it, you realize how special it was and how great of teams that we had put together and how great guys had, executed well as a whole. And it was something special. And you don't realize how hard it is when you're doing it, but you see it now in the NFL, how the NFL is changing, the positions may be changing, schemes may be changing, how difficult it was. I think defenses changed the way they play based off of the great offenses that we had and other teams have. So you see linebackers getting faster. You see D linemen getting faster. So I think we did trend set a few things, and hopefully, as an organization, we can continue to win and get back to putting up those points. Good. Thank you.